Ruffles, don't fall asleep here. It's not safe. Such a small, delicate thing you are. And yet, you rebooted a giant organic superstructure and brought peace between two, entities of which you have no understanding. But why? I don't know if I'll ever understand, but in any case, you're always welcome here. For now, though, I still have a lot of information to catch up on. Guys, welcome to the Q&A. Today we are doing the Rivulet campaign Q&A. You guys ask questions, I try my best to answer them. Let's start off with Simas Turbo. Q&A questions, here we go. Not much time actually. How are you feeling now that you know you will never get to be this speedy from now on? Now that we played most campaigns in this game, which was your favorite so far? Do you think Rivulet feels discomfort when something touches their gills? And what do you expect from the last and the most lore heavy campaign, the Saint? It is actually incredibly depressing that I won't ever be able to go this fast again at any other campaign. The speed, it feels, I don't know, inside a lot of situations when I play as a character, it doesn't feel like, I don't feel like another creature inside of the habitat or whatever. I feel like prey. I feel like a prey to the other creatures, and most of the time I have to act accordingly. Either figuring out how to kind of work my way around, have to adapt to situations a lot more. But inside of this one, I felt more like, I guess you would say I felt more comfortable just being inside the habitat a lot more, because there was a lot more that I could do with the speed, and then I didn't have to worry about the rain anymore. But yeah, it sucks, but I guess I'll just have to live with it. Now that I've played most campaigns, which was my favorite, I still think the shock of being chonky and being able to use the weight and stuff like that was really a cool thing. Are they fighting each other now? I've never seen them attack each other. Or was he trying to attack the bat? Yeah, I think I still like Chunk the most, just because being bulky like that, it felt like I had more to use. I do really enjoy the speed though. In any campaign where I had another ability to call my own that nobody else could do, that was very nice. And you could say oh, you could pick up spears, you could backflip and stuff like that, and that's all cool and dandy, but scavengers pick up spears. Gators can climb poles. I've seen, and then even then lizards can sky climb, centipedes can sky climb. But yeah, it's nice to have an advantage that the enemies can't really do. Do I feel like Rivulet feels discomfort in their gills touching, or when something touches their gills? I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if you have a mustache or something, but no, that's completely different, because gills would be more attached to the skin, so there would be actual sensation there. I don't know, I've never had gills before, I couldn't say. And what do I expect of the Saint? I hear that you have to get used to using rocks a lot more, so I'm expecting Saint to be pretty weak, and their spear throws to maybe be very weak as well. Other than that, I don't really know. I feel like we're definitely going to be inside of the future of some sort. Maybe the Saint is the final character to kind of put the nail in the coffin and solve everything that's going on. Maybe. I feel like that's something that Saint would probably do. I didn't see anything that was going on because I was looking at another comment. Bionic Taco. Whoa, Q&A time for a new Slugcat already. I actually got questions this time. Do you have a favorite iterator? If so, why? Have you heard anything about the Saints campaign? When the Watcher DLC for Rainbow comes out, will you be trying that? And if you were in the iterator situation, what will you do? Favorite iterator is probably Looks to the Moon. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the other ones that I've seen and stuff like that, I've heard them say certain stuff and do certain stuff like send messengers and stuff like that, but I haven't really got a chance to kind of see any else of what they're capable of besides Moon. And Moon seems like very nice for the most part so far, and there's a lot of people really going out of their way to try and help Moon, so I feel like Moon is probably just a nice person in general. So if I heard anything about the Saints campaign, a lot of people are telling me that I'm not ready for it. That's most of what I've heard, and I've also heard that he's pretty weak. And the Watcher, I haven't heard anything else about the Watcher DLC. I guess I'll be checking it out. And if I was inside the Iterator situation, what would I do? I would probably be doing my own thing. I probably wouldn't be concerned about finding a solution to the problem anymore, like especially after my creators and stuff left. I know that, you know, like that is like what my purpose would be or whatever, but it's like the same thing with real life. Do you feel like you need to have accomplished something in order to, you know, feel gratified, or are you 100% comfortable with just living your life to just have fun? Yeah, it's kind of like whatever you feel. Anytime when I got bored or something like that, I might go back to trying to, you know, do something, find out the solution to the problem. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like I would just be doing my own thing, quite honestly. Tip Nord Darth Bathrobe. Is this your favorite Slugcat so far? What did you think of the dynamic between Rivulet and Moon? Did you prefer exploring 5 Pebbles, Looks to the Moon, or the Rot? And what did you think of Bitter Airy? And are you ready for Saint? Hint, you're not. See, that's what I mean. Like, everybody's been telling me I'm not ready for Saint. I don't know, we'll see. But what is my favorite Slugcat so far? I really like Rivulet. But I really like the girth that Chunk has, and then the girth is not something that's overpowered either. The speed is pretty like OP inside a lot of situations. You still have to find out kind of like what you're doing a lot more of the time anyway, don't get me wrong, but like the girthiness, if you use it too much, it can become like a byproduct of your downfall. If it's used correctly, oh my gosh, man, that's like another attacking ability. It's just so nice to have. And then it's so like flowy to play in a lot of situations. Like Gators think they have the upper hand, and then you just go down to 2, pop up top, they try to bite you from up top, and then you fall down on top of their head, absolutely decimating them. I don't know, it's just very fun. I think the Chunk will probably be my favorite, like throughout the entire chain. I don't see a slug topping them, man. I do really like how Rivulet's like campaign changed a whole bunch because it was in the future. The snowy areas, bro, I love snowy areas in general. I love snow, man, the freak, bro. I think my 2 favorite is probably Rivulet and Chunk. Chunk first, Rivulet second. Did I prefer exploring 5 Pebbles, Looks to the Moon, or the Ride? I think exploring Moon was probably the most interesting, but I might be a little bit biased because I've just played that one and it was new and there was more stuff going on. But even the spacey bits, freak, bro. Yeah, I'm a little biased because it's new, man. Seeing Moon's like areas switch from being like all space like and floaty to being like flooded and desolate, that was really cool to see. But maybe that's my reason, and not because, you know, I'm biased because that was the newest thing that I had seen. Maybe it is, but I can't say for sure because I haven't like messed around in any of the other like stuff at all. Like recently I haven't been like to the inside of 5 Pebbles in a minute, besides when it was all rotted out. Yeah, I think Looks to the Moon was probably the most interesting, bro. The new snowy area was amazing. I love snow. I'm a sucker for snow, bro. Even if like that small section was just that and that's all it's gonna be, like it's still very high up there for one of my favorite regions, specifically just because it had snow in it. But yeah, I love snow. It's absolutely beautiful. Rainy areas too. Rainy areas, any rainy areas is usually going to take my heart too. And I guess I'm not ready for Saint. Here's True Wolves with questions. You already did everything you need to get Ruvy's alternate ending. You could probably do it in a single episode if you wanted, since you have Max Karma and all. I think they're both canon anyhow. QNA. So what do you I plan to have like a little thing like where I go back and do all the other endings, but I keep getting told that I should probably do the alternate endings before Saint, because apparently the endings would make more sense that way. But decisions. What do you expect will happen with Saint? When do you think their world takes place? Are you planning to try to play through Monk and get either of their endings? There is the new endings for the brothers with Garmad complete. What is your favorite part of playing Rivy? What was your least favorite part? If you had to survive anywhere in Rain World, where would you settle and why? Like I said before, I feel like Saint's campaign, Saint is probably going to try to put an end to everything. Well, not put an end to everything, but like solve everything. I think Saint is gonna come in and just solve everything. Everything's gonna be solved once Saint comes through. And when do I think Saint's world takes place? Probably sometime in the future. And if Ruvy's was like this far into the future where like the rot has completely messed up Pebbles, then I feel like Saints is going to be so much further in the future. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. And I have been putting this question off. The answer to this question off for a while, but I do plan to go and get Monk's alternate ending. I might even do Survivors too. I'm not sure yet, but I do plan to go get Monks. Did Green just throw Red off the cliff? Favorite part of playing Riv? More than likely the speed. The speed is incredible. Any area where there was like just flat out land was very, very nice, because you really get to abuse the speed there. Although Shoreline was a lot of fun too, because you could just swim incredibly fast through the areas. That was kind of cool. Maybe I'll say, oh wait, what am I saying? Submerged superstructure, because there's so much water everywhere and then you just swim so fast. That was probably my favorite part. Least favorite part, no part really stands out as being like super annoying in Rivy's campaign, because a lot of it could be avoided if you were just very, very smart with your speed. Maybe I'll say Farmer Race, just because of that one time when I got stuck with Goop Moose. And if I had to survive anywhere in Rain World, where would I choose? What are my choices again? Let me just look. It would be huge compared to everything else, wouldn't it? If we're talking about actual scale, a cat is short compared to me. But I don't know, maybe. Oh yeah, there was one comment talking about if a slug cat is human sized, then well, if a slug cat is human sized and I'm living inside the area. I get to bring weapons, because if I get to bring a gun, then I'll solo this universe. All right, well, I choose Outskirts, and my weapon would be a Glock 9 with infinite ammo and FMJ bullets, and also a rocket launcher. And the reason why I would choose the Outskirts is because I feel like I know that place the best. I think I've seen centipedes and gators show up there quite a bit. So that would be an easy place for me to get food. I know where all of the sleep spots are as well, so that would be an easy way for me to find my way into the sleep spots. And I guess that's it. Or were you saying like if I was a slug? I think I would still choose Outskirts probably. What's the area Chonk went to? Outer Expanse? I might choose Outer Expanse, because it's beautiful. User EQ8BPF, they say, what do you think of submerged superstructure? It's my second favorite region. So I hope you were both in awe of it and a bit terrified of it. I was a bit terrified of the jellyfish there. Did you kill the centipede? You monster. Go crazy, kid. Here, you've earned a reward. Hey, don't spear him again. Here. Just have the food. Bro, here, partake. You won. He only cares for murder. He's eating his corpse. Wait, are you Jupiter? Yeah, I was scared of the jellyfish there. And I think that's probably about it. Nothing else really, I want to say nothing else really like disturbed me too much. But yeah, it was really cool to look at. GB484 says, what is Ribby's texture? Are they like smooth and slimy or soft and squishy? I want to say, so most cats that I know that I've pet in real life are like very soft, and then also they can, for whatever reason, turn their bodies into liquid and fit into whatever. So I would imagine that Rivy is probably smooth and like kind of slimy and squishy, like all of the things you said. Probably slimy, squishy, very soft. Rivy probably feels like, you know, that slime. I don't know if you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about, but that little slime that you have inside the little cups inside of stores, and then you push your fingers in it and then it makes noises like fart noises and stuff like that. That little squishy stuff, or maybe like putty, but I guess a lot more liquid. I feel like Ruby feels like that. Their body takes the shape of whatever they want it to. The only reason why we couldn't do that inside the game is because like there would be too many options. There would be too many options to do stuff with Ruby. Zasim Cabdu, I think is how you pronounce that, says, how does it feel to be the fastest slug alive? How much did the pearls change your view on the world? Why were the rainbows recently, have the rainbows recently been so merciful? Would you forgive 5 Pebbles for fat shaming you after this playthrough? Did they kill Scissorbird? That's crazy. It felt incredible to be the fastest slug alive. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt pretty much the equivalent of being on cloud 9, taking 9 of those slow down mushrooms. How much did the pearls? Man, like I don't even know how to feel about a lot of the iterators now, because I feel like quite a few, I think I read one where like they said quite a few of them were making fun of like Pebbles for even attempting to like cross himself out. It's kind of put like a sour like kind of perspective like on my head. Like the other ones that's been trying to help out Moon, that has been a light, I guess, inside of the dark shadow that I have like for iterators outside of Moon and Pebbles right now. Even though Pebbles was kind of a jerk in the beginning, but it would be different if he had felt no kind of like sadness for what he did, and if he didn't like kind of redeem himself by giving away his heart. But the pearls have definitely made me kind of feel a lot less excited to meet another iterator if they were to show up, because what if that iterator is just a jerk? But that's kind of like with people in real life too, you know. Why have the rainbows been so merciful? I have no idea. They're planning something. They're planning something. They're definitely planning something. I don't know what it is, but they're planning something. You know what? I'm glad you said something. I gotta go ahead and start writing up a counter plan. Would I forgive 5 Pebbles for fat shaming me after this playthrough? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess he's earned my forgiveness. Would I want to though? No. But yeah, I would have to. Slug Gnarp asks, did you think being able to swim for long and being very fast was a fun gimmick, or would you think of it as being less fun compared to the other slugs? It was so much fun. It was so much fun. So very a lot of fun. I feel like it makes sense that creatures would adapt and like become more competent like that, or more capable like that, I should say. Like how a skunk has like their putrid stench to help, you know, ward away would be predators, or how some bugs have adapted and been able to, you know, make their bodies look like certain enemies in order to deter predators. I feel like this outrageous speed that Ruby has somehow developed is no different, but I feel like an iterator probably had something to do with it, because Ruby somehow has the mark of communication, so that's very, very suspicious. Maybe we'll figure it out in the Watchers campaign. That would be interesting. Oh, True Wolves is back. True Wolves asked, should anyone who asked QNA at the end of last video ask that question in here as well? To be honest, like the little what are these things called that I be doing? Oh, post. The little posts that I make asking for your questions. Yeah, you can ask them twice. To be honest, it helps me keep them like organized to make sure like I don't forget anybody. For the most part, that's all it's really there for. I think I've been pretty effective in making sure I don't miss anything, so you know, it's probably fine either way. It's MC11 Mix 7. I'll be honest, I haven't been into Rain World as much in recent days due to changing interests in other games, but I still have some questions for you. I'll likely return to my Rain World phase once the Watcher comes out. Also, the System Shock remake game that I've been playing is absolutely great, definitely worth the playthrough. So how was the crack campaign? Where on the timeline do you think Rivulet takes place? Do you like submerged superstructure, the submerged superstructure region? Did you love your journey of entering and traveling through Moon's moist dark inside?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo!
Just don't say it like that. Do you think the ride could be a very dangerous threat if it could thrive and grow without needing an iterator environment? Did you like the new rainy ambience that was applied to the regions? What implications does the presence of snow and cold temperatures have on the rest of the game? What are your expectations for the Saint campaign? Slightly out of topic, but is this comment the first time you're hearing about the System Shock remake? It is the first time. The crack campaign was incredible. It was so fun to go super fast and not have to worry so much about threats as much. Movie definitely takes place after everybody else does, like every single one of them, except for maybe Saint, because I haven't played Saint yet. I feel like Saint is probably going to be inside the future as well. I definitely liked submerged superstructure. It was very fun, especially to like go through there at such speeds. I know there was a bunch of like threats inside of there, like toaster oven was in there, 60k. There was leviathans in there, which I didn't expect to see. And then the giant jellyfish was really, really cool, but also a big deviant as well. Yeah, I enjoy exploring. I think the ride could be incredibly dangerous if it could thrive and grow without an iterator environment. I feel like it would probably be just about everywhere by now. I think Moon would show incredible concern like by now if it could grow and thrive without an iterator's involvement. The rainy ambience was absolutely beautiful. I've been talking about recently inside some of my episodes that like my ears have been doing a thing, like, but they do a thing every now and then where they become incredibly sensitive to noise. And he got taken by the grass. I didn't think it would actually happen. Red got taken by the grass. Every now and then my ears do this thing where like every single sound like becomes crystal clear and I can hear it. And it really, really like ogles my mind, like messes with it. But the rain kind of adds on to it too. But it was very, very nice to listen to. Since we saw snow and cold all the way up top inside Bitter Airy, I still don't exactly know how to pronounce it yet. Since we've seen cold there, it can kind of help us kind of disprove a lot of other areas being extremely cold, because I feel like they would have done like the little like frost breath thing had they had been like extremely cold, like they did with Better Airy. But I guess not inside all cold areas you always see your breath. So I don't know. We wouldn't be able to say for sure. What are my expectations for Saints campaign? I've kind of answered this already, but I expect for it to be inside the future, and I expect for the Saints to have some type of big involvement in solving everything. And yes, again, this is my first time hearing about System Shock remake. Mario asks, what slug cat do you think tastes the best? Okay, no, I'm gonna say Chunk because he's the biggest. He's obviously incredibly muscular, and you know, lean meat usually is I think it's better for you than just fat, and then also it's better tasting in most cases, or at least that's what I hear. Strive to the Sluggo says, I haven't watched Rivulet too much, but I only have one question. Are you ready for Saint? Because I think you are not. A lot of people say that, so you know, I guess we'll see. Here's one more question from user QZ4RG6. Will you be taking a break from Ring World? Not that I'm saying I don't want you to play, just out of curiosity. If I do take a break, it'll probably be the end of this week, and that'll probably be it. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this Q&A. I think that was the last question, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside the next episode, playthrough, whatever it is. Peace out, guys.
Did you pray today? Did you pray today? I'ma have to.
Where does fighting come from?
I beg your pardon.
Oh!